The premise of this movie is super interesting. It just loses its charm when everyone could be a supermodel. Where my regular looking folk at? For the people, by the people. So One Night Only is the latest film by director Will Gluck. He's the rom-com director who's given us movies like Friends with Benefits, Anyone But You, and Easy A. He's no stranger to rom-coms, and he's given us a couple of classics. And now he takes on the most interesting premise yet. What if you replace sex in The Purge? So instead of all crime being legal one day out of the year, sex outside of marriage is legal one day out of the year. It is a super interesting premise, and I was interested in seeing where he took it. The film stars Callum Turner and Monica Barbero. They are two people in New York who just ended their relationships on that day, and they're trying to find connection on a day when no one is looking for connection. It all makes sense that this should have been a banger movie. It should have been a slam dunk. It should have been a classic rom-com. It really feels like they were trying to make this movie go viral, especially with all the marketing. I feel like you can't go anywhere on the internet or outside without seeing banners for the movie, without seeing posters, without seeing the trailer online. Like, the studio is trying to shove this movie down your throat so that you see the interesting premise, you see the big name modern actors, and you're intrigued to go see the movie. My theater wasn't that full. I went on a Thursday night. It was okay. It looks like there's a good number of people that were interested in the premise, so the marketing worked. But it does feel like someone just went into the AI algorithm and said, give me a viral movie. And so we have One Night Only. But none of this equals a good movie. This is kind of a subpar, mediocre movie. There's nothing about it that really makes it special, even though it had everything that should have made it special. The first rule in any rom-com is the chemistry between the leads should be, bar none. It should be impeccable. That shouldn't even be in the question. I feel like that's the first thing you look for in a rom-com. Do the leads have chemistry? All the classic rom-coms have that. Crazy Stupid Love, When Harry Met Sally. You can't have a rom-com without chemistry, because then you're not rooting for anything. And unfortunately here, it looks like we just cast some good-looking actors, and that's it. It doesn't look like we actually did a chemistry read. Like, the AI algorithm just spat out two big-name actors, and now that's what we have. They turn in some okay performances, but it's nothing special, and I don't feel anything special in between them. The comedy in this movie doesn't actually work either. This movie kind of plays like a really long SNL skit. It's that kind of level of comedy where it's kind of like in your face. It's not really subtle, and I chuckled a few times like I would in an episode of SNL, but nothing really made me laugh. Like I said, this movie just feels like it was trying to go viral. It doesn't feel like it was actually trying to say something, and that's super disappointing because the premise does lend itself to be a little bit more than just a viral movie. Like, you're telling me that people have biometric scanners that alert the police and the government if someone is having sex outside of marriage? That's super interesting. That's super George Orwellian, super 1984. There's so much you could have done with that, so many different levels you could have done, so many layers of, fascism and the control that the government has over the people. And you don't really do anything with that. You kind of just leave that as like a side comment, and they kind of play with it a little bit here and there in certain scenes, and people talk about it as if it's a crazy thing, because it is a crazy thing. But it doesn't get the attention that it deserves, and instead we focus on, stupid situations that each one of these people go through that lead to various meet cutes throughout the movie, until they get together for maybe 2/3, but like the last 2/3 of the movie, they're actually together, and they see that they grow their love and their chemistry for each other. But the predicaments that they fall into are just also super dumb, like things I would see in an SNL skit. Like, I got a few chuckles, and the premise should have been more, but in the end, this movie was just mediocre. It was okay. It really didn't lend itself to be anything else than just a viral movie that didn't go viral, unfortunately. So I do have to give this movie like 2 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd. I think I even went 1.5, but it really didn't do anything special. It was just kind of subpar. So if you're looking for a subpar movie to put on in the background, you're definitely going to find this on Netflix in a few months. And if you're just bored on one night and you want to put it on just for the sake of putting it on, go for it. But there's nothing special. And that's it for this review. If you've seen the movie, please leave your thoughts in the comments down below. If you disagree with me or agree with me, let me know. Or just let me know what your favorite rom-com is. Of all time, it switches day by day, but right now at this moment, I gotta say When Harry Met Sally. Rob Reiner really gave us a special movie with that. The chemistry between the leads, I laugh my butt off every time I watch it, so that's definitely gotta be my number one at the moment. But what's yours? Thanks for watching this video. Let me know down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.